When we met, we had a very, very special conversation. We were on this hike, and I said something about Bob, and you're like, Bob, who's Bob? And I said, oh, my late husband, Bob Saget. And you stopped in your tracks and froze. I want you to tell the story. But it was a very poignant and important story and something I will remember for the rest of my life.
Me as well. I'll never forget that moment. And thanks for having me here today to talk. My earliest interactions with death as a young person, your late husband had a very profound impact on part of my healing when I was experiencing loss at a young age. So I was in 7th grade. My best friend, Jim, at that time, he and I were on the phone late one night, and then he always slept with his TV on, which I thought was crazy. And he went to sleep, and in the middle of the night, he had an asthma attack, and he lost his life. The shock and trauma of getting that news was so intense. It just had this visceral, painful impact on my body. I was really angry and so sad. I was so sad, in fact, that I couldn't get off the couch in my mom's basement. There was a marathon or whatever. They were playing a number of episodes of America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't know why. It just was the universe. It was a gift to me that it happened to be on at that time. And here comes this guy who I knew from Full House and from some other stuff, who's introducing these videos and doing there's these weird voices overlaying these videos. And he's like doing these incredible interstitial things, and the videos start. And I started to laugh, and I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed so hard that I cried. And I had this full body reaction on that couch just watching this thing, and it scooped down into this dark well that I was existing in at that moment in my life, and it pulled me up into light, and it lifted me up, and that face of his, this thin guy, this all-American dad guy with this hilarious sense of humor, and the smile that he had when we cut back from a video became imprinted in me as this wonderful, safe joy that I've carried with me forever, because I think that was the moment that I turned a huge corner and was able to start to get up and live life again.